Part 1. Introduction to Grammar. Hi, my name is Finn, and today I am going to talk about how to learn grammar. Let's begin with a simple question. What is grammar? Grammar is the set of rules in a language that guides us in putting words together in a way that makes sense. Think of grammar as the rules or guidelines that keep everything organized, just like a recipe tells us how to mix ingredients to make a tasty dish. Grammar tells us how to arrange words to make clear, meaningful sentences. Imagine trying to make a cake without knowing the steps. You could have flour, eggs, and sugar, but without a recipe, you wouldn't know what to do with them. Similarly, we can have many words, but without grammar, those words wouldn't make any sense together. Part 2. Why grammar is important. Without grammar, sentences would be confusing or incomplete. Think of grammar as the glue that holds words together and makes them work as a team. For example, incorrect grammar. She cake likes. Correct grammar, she likes cake. In the first sentence, the words are there, but without proper grammar, they don't make sense. In the second sentence, we use the rules of grammar to arrange the words correctly, and now it's clear. She likes cake. When we use grammar correctly, we help others understand exactly what we mean. Grammar also helps us understand what others are saying to us. It makes communication clear and smooth and helps us communicate clearly. Good grammar is like a map that helps us find our way when we talk or write. When we use correct grammar, people can understand us easily. If our sentences are mixed up or wrong, it can confuse others. For example, imagine you want to tell your friend about your pet. You say, "I have a dog." This sentence is clear. Your friend understands that you have one dog. But if you say, "I have dog," it sounds strange, and people might not understand what you mean. Now, if you say, "I have two dogs," it tells your friend you have more than one dog. This way, using correct grammar makes our meaning clear. Makes our writing better. Using good grammar improves our writing. When we write with correct grammar, it looks neat and professional. People pay more attention to what we write if it is clear. For example, think about writing a letter. If you write, "I am happy to see you," it looks nice and clear. But if you write, "I happy see you," it is not correct. The second sentence is confusing and makes you look less serious. If you write a school essay, using correct grammar will help your teacher understand your ideas better. It shows that you put effort into your work. Prevents confusion. Good grammar helps us avoid misunderstandings. When we mix up words or sentences, it can change what we want to say, leading to confusion. For example, if you say, "Let's eat Grandma," it means you want to eat with Grandma. But if you say, "Let's eat Grandma," it sounds like you want to eat Grandma. This can make people laugh or feel scared because the meaning is very different. Another example is saying, "The man who is tall is my friend." This tells us which man you mean. If you say, "The tall man is my friend," it is also clear. But if you just say, "The man is my friend," it is not clear which man you mean. So, good grammar helps people understand you better. Helps us sound polite. Using good grammar makes our questions and requests sound nicer. When we ask for something politely, people are more likely to help us. For example, instead of saying, "Give me that," you can say, Could you please give me that? The second sentence is polite and friendly, and people will feel happy to help you. If you want someone to wait for you, instead of saying, "Wait for me," you can say, "Could you please wait for me?" This sounds much nicer, and people appreciate it more. Gives us confidence. When we understand grammar well, we feel more confident in speaking and writing. This confidence helps us communicate better. For example, imagine you are at a party and want to talk to new people. If you know how to make sentences correctly, you will feel good talking to them. You might say, "Hello, my name is Jasmine. What is your name?" This shows that you are friendly and confident. But if you are unsure about your grammar, you might feel scared to speak. You might think, "What if I make a mistake?" When you practice grammar, you will feel better and enjoy talking to others. Improves learning grammar, helps us understand the language better. The more we know about grammar, the better we can use English in our daily lives. For example, when you learn about tenses like past, present, and future, you can tell stories better. If you want to say what you did yesterday, you can say, "I went to the park." This shows you understand how to use the past tense. Example: if you learn about adjectives, you can make your sentences more interesting. Instead of saying, "I have a dog," you can say, "I have a big, friendly dog." This makes your sentence more colorful and exciting. Helps you understand others. For example, if you read a book with good grammar, you will see how sentences are made. You can learn from this and use it in your own writing. You might read, "The little girl played happily in the garden." By seeing how it is written, you can learn to write sentences like that. Listening to people speak with good grammar helps you too. When you hear someone say, "I will go to the store," you understand that they are talking about the future. This helps you know how to speak about your own future plans. Makes a good impression. Using correct grammar helps you make a good impression on others. When people see that you know how to use language well, they respect you more. Example: if you are applying for a job and you write a cover letter with correct grammar, it shows you are careful and serious. The employer will think, "This person pays attention to details." This can help you get the job. If you talk to someone for the first time and use good grammar, they will see you as a smart person. They will listen to you and take your words seriously. Helps in education. Good grammar is very important in school. Teachers often look at grammar when they grade papers. If you use correct grammar, you can get better grades. Example: if you write an essay about your favorite book, using good grammar can help you score higher. If you write, "I like the book because it is fun," it is clear. But if you write, "I book like because fun," it is not correct, and the teacher may not understand your point. Learning grammar also helps you in tests. Many tests have questions about grammar. If you know the rules, you can answer them correctly and do better. Helps you connect with others. Good grammar helps you connect with people. When you can communicate well, you can make friends and build relationships. Example: imagine you are in a group project at school. If you can explain your ideas clearly, your group will work better together. You might say, "I think we should choose this topic because it is interesting." This helps everyone understand your thoughts. When you talk to someone from another country, using clear grammar helps you both understand each other. You can share your culture and ideas more easily. Part 3. The building blocks of grammar. Grammar is made up of different parts, like building blocks that fit together. Each part has its own job to make a sentence clear and complete. Here are some main parts of grammar. Nouns. Nouns are words that name people, places, things, or ideas. They tell us who or what we are talking about. Examples of nouns: dog, city, book, happiness. Sentence example: the dog is friendly. Here, dog is the noun telling us who the sentence is about. Pronouns. Pronouns are words that take the place of nouns. They help us avoid repeating the same nouns over and over. Examples of pronouns: he, she, it, they. Sentence example: she is my friend. She is a pronoun replacing a person's name. Verbs are action words. They tell us what someone or something is doing or what state they are in. Examples of verbs: run, eat, is, are. Sentence example: the cat sleeps. Sleeps is the verb telling us what the cat is doing. Adjectives. Adjectives describe nouns. They give us more information about people, places, things, or ideas. Examples of adjectives: big, happy, blue, fast. Sentence example: she has a big smile. Big is the adjective that tells us about the smile. Adverbs. Adverbs describe verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. They often tell us how, when, or where something happens. Examples of adverbs: quickly, very, always, outside. Sentence example: he runs quickly. Quickly is the adverb describing how he runs. Prepositions. Prepositions show the relationship between a noun or pronoun and other words in a sentence. They tell us things like where, when, or how. Examples of prepositions: in, on, under, between. Sentence example: the book is on the table. On is the preposition showing where the book is. Conjunctions. Conjunctions are joining words. They connect words, phrases, or sentences, helping ideas come together. Examples of conjunctions: and, but, or because. Sentence example: I like tea and coffee, and is the conjunction connecting the two items. Interjections. Interjections are exclamatory words or phrases used to express emotions like surprise, joy, or excitement. Interjections are short words or phrases that show strong emotion or feeling. They're often followed by an exclamation mark. Examples of interjections: wow, oh no, ouch. Sentence example: wow, that's amazing. Wow is the interjection showing surprise or excitement. Part 4. Grammar in everyday life. Grammar isn't just for writing or formal situations. We use it every time we speak, listen, write, or read. It's in every text message, email, conversation, and book. Here are some examples of how grammar helps us every day. Imagine trying to tell a friend a story without grammar. It would be hard for them to understand who did what, when, or where. When we write something, grammar helps us organize our thoughts so that others can read and understand them easily. When we read or listen to others, we rely on their grammar to understand their message clearly. Understanding grammar in conversations. Every day, we talk to people, and we use grammar without thinking about it. When we speak, We want to share our thoughts and feelings. Good grammar helps us do this. Example: if you say, "I want to go to the store," it is clear that you have a desire to go. But if you say, "I store want go," it is confusing. The first sentence is correct and easy to understand. Tip: when you speak, try to organize your thoughts. Start with the subject, who or what, then the verb, action, and finally, any objects or details. Grammar in school. In school, we learn a lot about grammar. Good grammar is important for writing essays, doing homework, and taking tests. Example: when you write an essay about your favorite book, you might say, "I really enjoyed the book because it had a great story." This shows your opinion clearly. Tip: pay attention to grammar rules your teachers give you. They help you write better. Reading and understanding texts. When we read, we see how grammar works in sentences. Books, articles, and even social media posts all use grammar. Example: if you read, "The cat chased the mouse," you understand that the cat is doing the chasing. This sentence structure is clear because of good grammar. Tip: read different types of materials. This will help you see how grammar can change in different contexts. Listening to others. When we listen to people talk, we learn how to use grammar correctly. We hear how sentences are formed and how words fit together. Example: if someone says, "I will call you later," you learn that will shows future action. This helps you understand how to talk about future events. Tip: pay attention when others speak. Notice how they form sentences and use grammar. This can help you improve your own speaking skills. Speaking with confidence. When you use correct grammar, you feel more confident. This confidence helps you communicate better in everyday situations. Example: if you can say, "I would like to order a coffee," you sound more sure of yourself than saying, "I want coffee." The first sentence is polite and shows confidence. Tip: practice speaking in front of a mirror or with friends. This can help you become more comfortable with using good grammar. Teaching others. When you help someone else learn, you also improve your own grammar skills. Explaining grammar rules to others can make them clearer for you. Example: if you help a friend understand the difference between there, and there, you practice using these words correctly yourself. Tip: offer to help someone who is learning English. Teaching is a great way to reinforce your own knowledge. Understanding different cultures. Grammar can change depending on where you are. Different countries and cultures may use different grammar rules or expressions. Example: in American English, you might say, "I'm going to the store." In British English, you might hear, "I'm going to the shop." Both are correct in their own context. Tip: when learning about other cultures, pay attention to how grammar is used. This will help you understand and communicate better with people from different backgrounds. Part 5. Sentence structure. A sentence is a group of words that express a complete thought. Good grammar helps us put words in the right order so that the sentence is clear. The most basic sentence structure is subject plus verb plus object. Subject: the person or thing doing the action. Verb: the action. Object, the person or thing receiving the action. For example, she, subject, eats, verb, an apple, object. Here she is the one doing the action, eats is the action, and an apple is the thing she eats. Part 6. Grammar and tenses. Tenses tell us when something happens, past, present, or future. Understanding tenses is important for speaking about time. Present tense talks about what is happening now. Example, I walk to school. Past tense talks about what happened before. Example, I walked to school. Future tense talks about what will happen later. Example, I will walk to school. 1. What is a tense? A tense is a way to show when an action happens. It tells us if something is happening now, happened before, or will happen later. Tenses are important because they help us communicate clearly. Example: if I say I eat lunch, it means I eat lunch now, present. If I say I ate lunch, it means I ate lunch before, past. If I say I will eat lunch, it means I will eat lunch later, future. Tenses help us know the time of an action. 2. The three main tenses. There are three main tenses in English: past, present, and future. Each tense has different forms. Past tense talks about things that have already happened. Present tense talks about things that are happening now or are true. Future tense talks about things that will happen later. Let's look at each tense in detail. Past tense. The past tense is used to talk about actions that happened in the past. There are different forms of the past tense. Simple past tense. We use the simple past tense to describe actions that happened at a specific time in the past. Example: I visited my grandmother last week. He watched a movie yesterday. To form the simple past tense, we usually add ed to regular verbs. Examples: play becomes played, walk becomes walked. For irregular verbs, we need to memorize their past forms. Examples: go becomes went, have becomes had. Past continuous tense. We use the past continuous tense to describe actions that were happening at a certain time in the past. Example: I was reading a book when you called. They were playing soccer yesterday afternoon. To form the past continuous tense, we use was or were plus the verb plus ing. Examples: I was eating. They were dancing. Present tense. The present tense is used to talk about actions that are happening now or are always true. There are different forms of the present tense. Simple present tense. We use the simple present tense to describe habits, routines, or facts. Example: I go to school every day. She likes chocolate. To form the simple present tense, we use the base form of the verb. For he, she, or it, we usually add s or s to the verb. Examples: he plays soccer, she watches TV. Present continuous tense. We use the present continuous tense to describe actions that are happening right now. Example: I am studying English. They are playing basketball. To form the present continuous tense, we use am, is, or are plus the verb plus ing. Examples: I am eating. She is reading. Future tense. The future tense is used to talk about actions that will happen later. There are different forms of the future tense. Simple future tense. We use the simple future tense to describe actions that will happen at a later time. Example. I will visit my friend next week. They will travel to Paris next year. To form the simple future tense, we use will plus the base form of the verb. Examples. I will eat, he will call. Future continuous tense. We use the future continuous tense to describe actions that will be happening at a certain time in the future. Example. I will be studying at 8 p.m. They will be watching a movie tomorrow. To form the future continuous tense, we use will be plus the verb plus ing. Examples. I will be eating, she will be dancing. 3. Using tenses in everyday life. Tenses are all around us in our daily lives. Let's look at some examples of how we use tenses when we talk or write. Talking about our day. When we talk about our day, we often use different tenses. Example. This morning I woke up early, past. Now I am having breakfast, present. Later, I will go to the store, future. Telling stories. When we tell stories, we often mix tenses. Example. Yesterday, I went to the park. I saw a dog. The dog was playing with a ball. Then, I will go home. Making plans. When we make plans, we often use the future tense. Example. Tomorrow, I will meet my friends for lunch. Next week, we will start a new project. 4. Why tenses matter. Understanding tenses is important because it helps us communicate clearly. When we use the right tense, people understand our message better. Example. If I say, I eat pizza, people know I eat pizza now. But if I say, I ate pizza, people understand that I ate it before. Using correct tenses also helps us avoid confusion. Example. If I say, I will go to the store, it means I plan to go in the future. If I say, I went to the store, it tells others that I have already been. Practice makes perfect. To become better at using tenses, it's important to practice. Here are some ways to practice. 1. Reading. Read books, articles, or stories. Pay attention to the tenses the authors use. Example. When you read a story, notice when they use the past tense and when they use the present tense. This helps you see how tenses work in context. 2. Writing. Try writing sentences or short stories using different tenses. Example. Write about your day using all 3 tenses. Yesterday, I went to school. Now I am studying English. Tomorrow, I will visit my friend. 3. Speaking. Practice speaking with friends or family. Use different tenses in your conversations. Example. When talking about your weekend, say, last weekend, I went hiking. This weekend, I am going to relax. Next weekend, I will visit my grandparents. Part 7. Types of sentences. There are different types of sentences, and grammar helps us understand how to use them. 1. Declarative sentence. This sentence makes a statement. Example. The sun is shining. 2. Interrogative sentence. This sentence asks a question. Example. Is it raining? 3. Exclamatory sentence. This sentence shows strong emotion. Oh, example. What a beautiful day. Fourth imperative. Sentence. This sentence gives a command. Oh, example. Close the door. Part 8. Common grammar mistakes. Here are a few common grammar mistakes and tips to avoid them. 1. Subject-verb agreement. The subject and verb must agree in number. Oh, example. He runs, not he run. 2. Using proper pronouns. Make sure pronouns match the nouns they replace. Oh, example. She likes her book, not she likes his book, if talking about a girl. 3. Punctuation. Use commas, periods, and question marks properly to make sentences clear. Part 9. Practice makes perfect. The best way to learn grammar is by practicing. Try making simple sentences with each part of grammar and checking if they follow the rules. Reading, writing, and listening to English regularly will also help you learn grammar naturally. Summary. Grammar is a set of rules that helps us put words together in the right order so we can speak, read, and write clearly. With grammar, our words have meaning, and we can communicate with others without confusion. By learning each part of grammar, like nouns, verbs, and adjectives, and how they fit into sentences, we can start creating our own sentences and expressing ideas in English confidently. With practice, grammar will become easier, and your sentences will start to feel natural. Grammar is your friend. It's here to help you say exactly what you mean. Keep practicing, and over time you'll find yourself speaking and writing in English with ease.